Hello, Floridians. I'm going to take you through an aerial view of our brand new Florida News Studio, custom made just for the purposes of Florida News. I'd like to see what additions you have to add, so make sure you go suggest them in the comment sections. But anyways, let's get to the story. There was a car meet in Tampa yesterday, hosted by the Department of Commerce. I'm C. Johnson, the CEO here at Florida News, as well as your host. In just a few minutes, we're going to speak to the director of the DOC, the one in charge of all of these events. And we will bring you very cool things, new things, and reflections on old things with Foxxy. We've been working on this for quite a while, so it should look very, very good for you. We hope you enjoy this interview with Foxxy. Hello, it's me again. I wanted to tell you that we have opportunities for you. Yes, that's you in your business to get an advertisement if you go to the link in the description, and right here you can open a ticket and we can determine your price. It will usually be somewhere around the $500 to $1 million mark, and it obviously depends on the event and what the story is. If you have any questions, please open the ticket there as well, and we can get you all sorted out. I'll see you later. Hello, Floridians. I am CEO and host here at Florida News, C. Johnson. In our brand new studio, we're going to welcome you to the first time ever in here. This is our first guest in here. It is Foxxy, the director of the Department of Commerce. So, Foxxy, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good to hear. And I'm glad you can make time out of your schedule. I mean, you've been so busy. Car meet in Tampa, as it says on the bottom of your screen. Uh, there was what else have you done? There's just been so much happening uh in the past week or so within the DOC. It's hard to keep track of what you're doing.
It is indeed.
Yeah. Can you just go over some of the events you've hosted um in the past few weeks and days and stuff that you're planning?
Sure. The most successful event that we've done is the Florida Car Meet. As anybody that in attendance would notice that it was kind of like kind of put together last minute. We delayed it by 5 minutes, and we didn't have the songs filled out. We had a bunch of pauses, and some songs were explicit, which was not designed. And so then we decided to form the event organizer committee, which basically will organize all of this traffic control, song playing, any announcements, advertisements, anything in regards to that. Um, that can help out with this event and make it more official next time, and allow for these events to pursue and persevere. I've also been hosting question of the days for every event. Um, while people might be thinking that the question of the days are just leading to no like results, and we're not taking any notes, I can assure you that we have at least four events planned lined up. We're currently doing a poll for the event organizers right now to see if we're going to be doing them and sending them to ownership. A few that will just a little sneak peek is we do have one that is we have all of them will be all like entire server events. Um, I think two of them will be including all departments and businesses, and one of them will be concluding everybody on the civilian team. Um, and it's just going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a little clue-like. So if you like clues, it's going to be something for you. Um, and it's we're just redistributing power and duties from the Board of Commerce into more divisions. Um, and we are hoping to get more event organizers if possible. Just anything that we need to make these events happen. Um, on top of the car meet, we have recently shut mafias down. This was a decision not made by me, but the department administration. But it met no rebuttal when it came to me, even though it was expected. Over statistical data and everything that we've been collecting, we've shown that mafias were not well appreciated in the Department of Commerce. And when we have a department that's actively expanding and has as much potential as we have now, it's just not something where we can hold on to what we had in the past and something that we can move on to what we have now. Um, One of the major ideas, which I can tell you nothing about, besides the simple fact of businesses will be becoming more important to the server and the control of server than some departments. Um, Businesses will be able to have inter-business relations and trade with each other. Businesses will be able to make money by selling their products to other businesses, and you don't even have to have these businesses in game. You can be selling to bots that will give you money, and we will be launching a federal banking system. We will also be regulating the prices on items from a minimum and maximum. And depending on how much your items price is, depends on how many customers you get. So it's really just going to derive into businesses. And this will be streamlining businesses into a professional format. Right now, we're giving out business ideas to anyone that wants it, and we're not reviewing anything about them, and we're making sure that their Discord server is okay. But you will need business knowledge for this. We need people with the ability to actually have interbusiness relations and knowledge to allow them to run a business, and you'll most likely see the end of many businesses. Um, and the start of many new ones. Um, of course, the thing in the future that I think all of us are anticipating, which I believe is coming next weekend, as the Liberty County statement said, um, it is the update in Liberty County. We know about a few businesses, the laundromat, the pizza place. We know about the Waffle House. We know about the expansion of the map, and we know about how many businesses will be added and how many current businesses will be revamped. It's making it difficult for the Department of Commerce to plan for this, how uncertain it is, and please be expecting a Department of Commerce shutdown for one day. Um, as we will not be able to update everything and new businesses and policies and regulations and be publishing the ideas that we have. We need a day or two to really sort it out. So when the update comes out, you can just have fun, just follow around, act as other departments, and the current businesses, if not affected, can operate still. But we really just need time to sort it out, and then it's first come, first serve. Do anticipate try not to get the Waffle House. The Waffle House is already reserved by ownership. Um, so do not go for it. But that's really the Department of Commerce. We have such a grand plan. It incorporates over like 16 businesses. And like I think it's over 130 connections, new bots, new websites, new operations, reevaluation of every business, and just it's just so major to what is coming in the Department of Commerce.
That's great. And obviously, you mentioned the event organizers. Can you kind of just like go over what they are working on in the Department of Commerce and how they are providing and constantly helping the department?
Of course. Since the committee was formed recently, we do not have much structure to it. Right now, people are just independently DMing me event ideas, um, and not necessarily we don't really form them as one policy. I do plan to assign a Board of Commerce member tonight, to oversee the event organizers. That way, so my duty can be redistributed to the update. I am overseeing every point of the update. Um, and I'm doing all the bot stuff and the websites and everything. So I really need a break from the other divisions. So I'm assigning the head of the board's already been assigned, but I'm also assigning the lead event organizer. Um, but it's just in regards that there's not much structure to it and how the events run. And I need some common like traffic control regulations and everything in regards to that. I already spoke about the um like the events that we're planning, but I can assure you that we already have advertisements lined up, potential advertisements that businesses and people can purchase. Um, and just to make events just so much better.
That's great, and we're gonna take a quick 44-second commercial to pay some bills. We'll be right back. Hello, it's me again. I wanted to tell you that we have opportunities for you. Yes, that's you in your business to get an advertisement. If you go to the link in the description and right here, you can open a ticket and we can determine your price. It will usually be somewhere around the 500 to $1 million mark, and it obviously depends on the event and what the story is. If you have any questions, please open the ticket there as well, and we can get you all sorted out. We'll see you later. Alright, and we are back. Once again, we're here with the director of the Department of Commerce, Foxxy. I'm C. Johnson, CEO and host here at Florida News. Foxxy, obviously we just ended that segment talking about the event organizers. Let's just do a quick recap. Can you really just walk us through um the steps and everything you guys did to prepare for the car show that was hosted yesterday, or by the time this will go up, about 2 days ago?
Yeah, of course. It's really more of instead of what went into it, what did not go into it. We did it first started with the question of the day, that was done like weeks ago that we just kind of left there, because we didn't really have a community events or like an in-game event section yet, so it wasn't really suggested. Then we were looking for ideas for activities with the new board, and we found the car meet with over 14 votes, which is like the highest of one decision that's ever been voted by the community. Um, and so we decided to do it. We talked to ownership. They approved of it, and the announcement was sent, and the application that we made was also sent. Um, and to the day of the car meet, 5 people applied. 5 people, and we also got all departments on there. TFD was a little bit difficult to get on, but we eventually got them on there. Um, but when the event started, and I told people to DM me for late submissions, I got over, I think it was 44 DMs from 44 different people, all wanting to join the car meet. Um, and it really just kind of ruined or like just messed up the entire plan, as the plan was to just have this pre-written list out, and have it just be done, and we could track how much time it had and everything like that. But really, it just went on for like an hour because they just kept on coming, and people tried to go twice. I didn't allow it. Um, and it was just, I don't know, it was kind of chaotic, but it was fun. A lot of people had fun. Department Administration made their display. I like the Department of Commerce made the display. TFD, HGSO, FHP, civilians, some mafias too. It was just, it was just great. One thing that should be addressed is the slurs and the cuss words that were said in the songs. Um, this was done by a third party member of the server, the one that played the songs, as we did not have any plans for. We thought the songs we played by a Spotify playlist, so they were played as explicit versions instead of clean. And I tried to tell the third party person, and they said it was too difficult. So we just went with it. And we avoided a few lawsuits.
Yeah, we barely did. In fact, my live coverage, which was an hour and 10 minutes, which was kind of what you were saying with how long it went. It went from beginning to just after the end. I mean, that we had like an 8-minute commercial break at one point. I was trying to get things ready. Um, yeah, there were so many people, and I was constantly getting shots of new people coming in. But yeah, that because of everything that happened, it got partially blocked in Belarus and Russia, which I just found really funny. And obviously, I sent that to you, and I sent it to Department Administrator Amiri. Um, and the coverage was really good. Well, I'm bragging on myself, but the event was good, and the reason that the coverage could be good is because of the event. And you guys, you just brought so much uh like to the table. You guys were constantly saying new things. And the music was good except for those songs that Belarus and Putin didn't like. I'll just say that. Um, Foxy, before we let you go, is there anything else you would like to say to the public?
Um, yes. I would like to say that there is the status on the Department of Commerce is one that cannot be shared with the public, um, but it is one that can be led. The Department of Commerce is probably the fastest rolling department as of right now. Um, the changes that are coming, the things that are being added, the people we are hiring, the people we are firing, and the businesses we are overlooking, and the shift hours we are achieving suggests that there is a transformation going on with this department that has never been seen um, in any amount of time in civilian operations or Department of Commerce. It went from a director of civilian operations being not even able to speak or in DMs or on their computer for over a month and nobody noticing to now me being inactive for 4 hours and people blowing up my DMs. This means that there's change. There's major change, and the shift hours are almost rivaling departments. Even though that we just launched the system, so it's just that the potential for the Department of Commerce and what was shown for the Florida Car Meet, which hosted by a department which rivaled a server event, um, just is amazing. With like a 21 person queue, the Department of Commerce has so much in store. There is no doubt that what will come will shock everyone.
Yes, and that is a topic I do want to get to. I thought I had no more, but you just reminded me. So we're going to take a quick 30 to 40-second break, and we'll be right back after this. Hello, I'm Chief Executive Officer of Florida News, C. Johnson. We'll get back to our regular program, but first, let me tell you about what we're doing here. Our mission is to give news with 100% truth and no opinions added, and that's what we've done for a long time now. And you can join that effort by going to discord.gg/xv capital DF uppercase EEEA uppercase T3. And you can apply there. You can also learn more information there. We'd love to have you as part of our recording crew. Thank you. Alright, and we are back once again. I am CEO and host here at Florida News, C. Johnson. We are with the director of one of the most active departments. I think it's fair to say that. Is it fair to say that, Foxy?
I wouldn't say the most active, but I would say one that's creaking behind, like slowly creeping up.
Yeah, and that's a big change for a department that was revamped. Maybe was it a month or two ago from civilian operations now to the Department of Commerce. And you're one of the people. I mean, we used to talk about people like Deard and Scott Marshall who were heads of departments for quite a while. They were both there for Scott Marshall was there for about 4 weeks before he passed the baton, and Deere was there for probably 2-3 months. So with same with Costas with TPD. You're one of those um department heads who are constantly changing things and constantly making things better. And I think I mean this may be a controversial statement to say, but I think you're one of the department heads that have the least amount of critiques because of the events you guys are hosting. And I just want to know what's it like because you guys host the most events especially now, and you guys are just constantly I assume, getting new business applications and constant questions. So just what's that like?
Um, I'm not gonna lie, the questions and the mystery of it are getting difficult to answer. I'm consistently getting questions of things that I'm unable to answer. Um, Especially earlier today. Now that we know the mafias are getting shut or are shut down, now I'm able to say this. But people were asking me to that day could they start a mafia? Could they do an event for mafia? And all of this, and it was difficult to avoid telling them that they're not going to last very long. But it had the orange had to get peeled sometime to get to the edible part, and so um, now that they're gone, or they're shut down, which by the way, I want to say here, mafias being shut down does not mean that they will be gone forever. We do plan to bring them back whenever um it's been enough time where we get a new pool of people to have interest in it, and we get a new just basic surge of activity and better regulations and requirements and a new idea for them, instead of like a croaking grandmother of the Department of Commerce that had its good days like 50 years ago. Um, but also the event suggestions are difficult to order. There is so much to do with like the community. As I've said before, the DOC stands for the Department of Commerce and the Department of Community. And that was really shown in the Florida car meet.
Yeah, that's great. I really like the Department of Community, and that's kind of what you guys are. Foxy, I want to thank you for your time, and I want to thank all of our viewers. If you guys want to get more information or possibly join our recording crew, the link to the Discord is at the top of the screen. You'll figure out what to do from there. Foxy, I just want to thank you. I know you have a busy schedule. It's taken multiple days to schedule this um interview, so I'm really glad that we got to do it. And I just want to thank you again.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. It was I promise I tried my best to find some way to fit this into my schedule, and I finally did it.
And I'm glad I could, because I'm at 11:52 and need to be up early tomorrow morning. So we're all doing this on crunch time. It's all right. Foxy, thank you once again.
Yeah, thank you. And I hope that there is coverage in the future for the events we plan and the ideas we have and just what's coming.
Don't worry. We will constantly be covering the Department of Commerce, because whenever we stop covering them, they decide they want to, I don't know, host a car meet. Um, so we'll need to keep our eye on them. Finally, Foxy, thank you.
Yeah.